What's going on, everyone? Vampyr Gaming here, and I am joined with my father, the Whitebeard GOAT, JCM,
Oh,
absolute beast. Finished second place in the Treasure Cup online today with, that's right, Whitebeard. So, yeah, how you feeling?
it was actually kind of funny. I played in the regionals. I actually went 0 and 3. Technically I went 1 and 2 because someone gave me a win, but I went 0 and 3 because my first three rounds were Dofies, and that matchup was actually fucking ass. And then I went to win 8 and 0 in Treasure Cup. So it was a roller coaster every day.
Huge, huge, phenomenal, amazing. What a legend. Yeah, do you remember your matchups from today?
It was two Shanks, two Blackbeard, two Usopp, one Poofy, one Bonnie, and what did I miss? Did I say Poofy?
You said
Fuck.
Poofy, yeah.
I don't. I forget. It's on my
That's okay.
Twitter. Yeah,
No
yeah.
worries. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll put it
No,
right
it was
here.
all meta decks. There were no like complete rogue decks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is huge, huge. Not playing against. I played against so many rogue decks today, and it did not work out for me. But it is what it is. Yeah, let's just go ahead and dive into the deck because there's definitely some spice here.
Cool. All right. Let's start with the searchers. So I think Nami's the only viable searcher right now. And I think you more so need just a one drop than you need a searcher because a lot of the things you're searching for, like they don't help in that in like any specific matchups. Maybe Sanji helps with curving out, but otherwise you're not like particularly looking for anything. Because in my opinion, the things you want most in my current build would be 7 cost Ace and 5 cost Ezo. So you can't search for any of either of those. And then 5 cost Ace is super good for any of the black matchups. So you can't search for any of those things. Basically, there's just a one down filler at this point. Obviously, towards the end game, if you need counter, it's great if you can grab a red beam. If not, it's just yeah, swing 5 on 5 down if you don't have that 3 drop. Uh, 5 ace. I think this card is just it's so good in against any black deck, especially against Blackbeard. They can't pop it off triggers. I actually almost lost a bunch of games today. Both my Blackbeard games I almost lost because of pist is it finger pistol trigger from life.
Yeah.
For some reason, every Blackbeard will, and like my locals agree with this, every Blackbeard always has at least one pop trigger in life. They're like the new Enel, and
Mhm.
they all run the Celestial event. So basically, if you want to swing, like on curve, you would want to play this against Blackbeard. Obviously super great against Lucci as well. But yeah, I think this card you just need four, and the fact that it has a counter is even more insane.
Talking about Blackbeard, do you think the 6K from the leader came up a lot in that matchup?
Yeah, I think it helps a lot because that deck doesn't run a lot of 2Ks. They run maybe like eight. I think that deck is like probably best deck, but the like it's so consistent because you can search for everything, but at the same time you need to search for all the 2Ks to get them because there's so few in the deck, so it does help a lot. Yeah. And then 3 cost Sanji, I don't think there's much to say about this card. It is absolutely busted. It's a 3/6 draw one on KO, and they have to clear it because it's a 6K swing. Yeah, not much to say. This card is giga broken, I think. Ace, I would like to run three, but because it's not searchable, you have to run four. I think it's super important into oh sorry, you can't see these. Uh
It's all good. They can see. No, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it.
Yeah, it's super important into any matchup that plays blockers. So that's like Smoker, Red Green Smoker, they play the 4 cost 7K chopper or Relay blocker, anything with blocker that's like 6K, it helps kid blocker. So this is super great. It helps with clear board as well. So you really need it against Dofi or Ploofy as well, just like helping to kill off some of the 6 and 7K bodies on the board. This is super good. Sanji. So I went back and forth on the life Sanji, the take life Sanji.
Oh.
I think you with this new build. So used to I always want to take first against Shanks and try to rush him down that way. But now I kind of play it slower. So I do play this Sanji on two if I can. Um, and then I try to play Ezo on five, which I'll get to the Ezo in a bit. But so basically, like this is the best two Don play you can have against. Like I would prioritize playing this over Nami in the Sanji matchup, or in the Shanks
Shanks.
matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the Sanji card is super good. Applies a lot of early pressure, and your whole game plan with Shanks is try to pressure them down fast enough so they can't safely play their big drops. And I mean Shanks is your area of specialty, so like once you get to end game, you're kind of the goat. But like it's kind of about making sure you have enough survival to get there safely.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
Uh,
So,
yeah.
are you actively like swinging with the Sanji then? Like just taking down your life and just going like that low with the Sanji?
Yeah, this one I use on 4 Dawn no matter what. So sometimes, like today, even if I could only play so I played Sanji on 2, and then on 4 I played Nami, and then I swing 7/7 with Sanji and leader. I think it's a valid play. You just want to pressure super fast into Shanks.
Got it.
Yeah. Rat Beam, not much to say. This card I think is in every red deck. It's just so good.
Card's
It's like
busted.
it's a shittier version of Gum Gum Bigfoot, but like you don't get to filter 2 cards, but still it's really good. And you're always had less than 2 life with this leader. Super good. Um, this 4 cost chopper, it almost always is a 2K and not a blocker. But there were games where I felt like I need to try to survive another turn. So then you just play it as a counter. And basically, the math is if you can get more than 2K or 2 Dons worth of value, then it's worth it. So, like, if it forces them to use Usahachi or something, and that is -3 Don, and you only, and this is only a 2K card, then I think it's worth it. And that's kind of how I math it out.
Got it.
Uh,
Got it. That makes sense. What a genius.
just simple math.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is. It is just that's
A
what
Whitebeard
Whitebeard
deck.
is. It's a fundamentals mathematics deck. If you can do math, you can do Whitebeard.
Exactly. Chopper, I actually Jerry was the one who was like, "Oh, you should play Chopper." It's the guy I lost to in finals, and he's a local and really good buddy of mine. And I think this card is just goated. It's in this current meta because like on Shanks, if you want to play Dragon, if you want to play 10 cost Shanks, basically, again, a lot of my deck is tech towards Shanks because I think it's bad matchup. But yeah, in general, like this card is 1 Don value to get at least like 2 or 3 Dons worth of value. Super good. You can drop if you're going second, which I prefer more so nowadays. You can do like Sanji and then Chopper, or Izo and then Chopper, or Rush Luffy and a Chopper. So like on your even curve, it's super good. And sometimes like against Pluffy, I just drop it on 1, because they don't have anything that just straight up pops it except like Kamazo, which is a 2K counter. So if they want to do that, that's totally fine. Yeah, just another 1 cost or 1 Don filler. Izo, so this is my favorite tech card. I was playing it last set as well. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I myself am the biggest believer of vanillas and vanilla stat lines in the game.
No, dude.
I
I
was actually running.
literally in Shanks like all the time. I'm like, I should play a 5/7 or I should play a 6/8. It calls to me every single time. So continue.
Yeah, I do. I think vanilla stats are crazy. People undervalue like how much 1K actually means. But specifically, this card is so I can run more bricks. So like I have the Chopper bricks, I have the Roger bricks, Luffy bricks, Ace bricks, like everything's a brick basically. They're like 18 bricks. So you can pitch bricks for this, and also fundamentally, this deck you want more cards in the hand. It's hard to explain, but basically, if I play this on 5 or 6, I don't swing with it. That means you have to swing him to my leader if you want to swing with something. And then let's say I play this on 5s, that it's a 7K, and then on 7 I play Ace, which is another 7K. In order to swing into my bodies, you have to attach like 2 Don to your characters or something like that. Versus you can just like
Do
most
one
times
at
you're just
face.
swinging my leader. Yeah.
Yep.
So then I just take the hit and get more cards in hand. So yeah, fundamentally, like it's hard. It's really hard to like teach people this concept that a 5/7 body in this deck is just so crazy good.
If
And
you were here for the vanilla era of Whitebeard where you go 4-6-6-8, you literally just like, oh, I lose. Like it's just so good. Then you play a ace
yeah,
and then you're like 6-7-7-8 and you're like, oh, I'm dead. Like it was a time. It was a time.
yeah. Yeah, this card is super good. I run four and I prioritize playing this card. And then they have to deal with it. If not, I just start pitching bricks as counter.
Got it.
Um, yeah. So I highly recommend for this for anyone who's trying to pick up this deck in this current format. And I'll definitely keep these for next weekend as well.
How often was Ezo sticking? How many decks were able? Because like Shanks can't hit it on curve. Dofi can bounce it, which you mentioned was like a terrible matchup. Anyways, how often was Ezo sticking when you played him?
I don't play Ezo and Dofi because I know she gets bounced instantly because all
Mm,
Dofis run six or four Josus right now. Um, I would definitely prioritize because which the difference with Dofi is you're always countering out in order to play around pudding. So
pudding.
you just like it doesn't matter that they swing into leader or you're 6K bodies. So you just play 6K and start swinging at face or at bodies on their board to try to clear. But against Blackbeard, they only have one card that deals with it, and it's Shigan. So, like, if you play this on five and on six, they play Shigan. That's kind of shitty for them. Like, and then they do what, like swing seven or something. Then you take like it's a pretty shitty turn for them. Um, I would just play this card regardless. Even if you don't get the on play, like let's for some reason they turn your on plays off, it still gets a brick out of your hand, which is super good. It stuck for most of my Blackbeard games where they didn't trigger Shigen off like they triggered Shigen to pop my Luffy and then I'll just play this or some shit like that. Also it combos well later into the game with the Roger because it's a 7K body. And yeah, I just think that this card is super good into the current meta of Shanks, um, because you can't deal with it at all.
Got it. Cool.
So like for example, if I'm going second, I can play this, and on your 7 on turn, you want to play Ben Beckman, where every other card that every other deck plays is a 6K body. This one's a 7K, so it's pretty safe from that. So you have no way of dealing with this on your 7 on turn, and then on your 7 on turn, it just feels like really shitty. I don't know what you do on 7 on, to be honest, as Shanks against that.
You still just play the Beckman and cry about it. Cool. I guess. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. And then yeah, let's keep going.
Cool. The Mulgun, I really want to run two. I think it's a must-have against green decks in this current format. I just can't slot it in because there's not enough things, and I already tried to take out a Luffy for it. But yeah, this is like your win con against green. If you see this in your starting hand, you keep your hand, no matter what else is in your hand. Like because as soon as they drop ACOS Kid, you're kind of cooked. Yeah, just keep this.
Isn't Ace
For
like really good into 8 cost kid though?
it's all right because they play fucking the what do you call it? Like a chump blocker.
Oh,
So if you're playing against Bonnie, you can only get one swing in.
that's
Like let's
fair.
say you have another body on board, you might be able to get two swings in. Like 7/7, they just counter out because
Gotcha.
they're a 5K body. But if
Mm.
you make them a 3K body, there's no way they counter out.
Did
And
you
you can
play
pop
any
a
green
spell.
today?
I played Bonnie in my 7-0 round, so it was my eighth round.
Got it.
They were like we were both undefeated on round eight. And this came in very handy. So did Ace. So I kind of high rolled that specific matchup where I started my hand with Mole Pistol and I kept, and then I drew into two aces. So I was able to like clear the board pretty well, and he didn't. Yeah, basically like as long as if their game plan is to play around their ACOS kit and my game plan is to have Mole Pistol for it, and it just happens that way, then you win. If they don't play around their own ACOS kid, then this kind of is a dead card in hand. But it just worked out. Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Love that.
Uh, two costs unblockable Sanji. It's like a shittier version of Jinbei, specifically because you can't use it if Blackbeard turns your shit off. This never came up today. I would still keep two just as an insurance, but this can probably be any 2K like Makino or I suppose Otama if you really want to like tech for 9 cost Zoro, which I don't think you need to, but it can be any 2K I think. So these are like my ninth and 10th 2Ks. Um, you probably can get away with 8 2Ks. That's what I did in like 0506. But yeah, I like to have these as an insurance. And same idea is the Rogers. I think this card is like your best card for finishing a game But if you don't finish the game when you play this, you lose. But it's definitely came in handy sometimes where like people are trying to play around it, but if they don't, you can just get a free win. It's more like a chump check than like good players. For example, in when I played round 8 or round 9, they're always playing around having one life so they don't get rogered. But still, really good card. This card it's always active for Whitebeard. You hate it when it's played against you, but you love it when you play it against other people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Kick course. I have a 3. I might cut one. I actually think I need to cut one. I think they just came up too often, and um, I don't know what I would put in for this. Maybe like another Zoro or something. They're super good. Again, 18 bricks, so you just need this sometimes. And if you don't get Izo on board, then you're just like stuck with a million bricks in hand. Yeah. Luffy, Luffy, it's hard to say how good this card is. I think it's very good in terms of like stat line and value. It's a 5/7 rusher, and it combos super well with the Sanji, because you can get like 2 free Dawn back. Like say 5 cost is on board. Next turn you can go like, um, 15 unblockable to face, which is really good. But you also don't want things on the board early that people can swing at. So it's really realistically only good into like Belfi, where you're trying to uh, like counter out super early. And Shanks, it's pretty good, um, but it just dies to everything like Beckman, like Rayleigh. So I cut it down from 4 to 3. I do think this card is insane, but specifically in Whitebeard, it might not be like the end all be all card.
Got it.
Um,
And then did you consider like, cause like I've been battling, cause like I was messing around with Ace just a little bit, but like the concept of that Luffy still like, cause the one Don goes a very long way, repeatedly versus just like unblockable Luffy. Did you think just the Rogers were enough, or did you ever like consider or like wish it was unblockable Luffy?
oh, I don't like Unblockable Luffy personally, and I would not play it. I just think Roger's significantly better. The stat line, it's greater than a vanilla stat line, which I think is so stupid.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. He's the king of the
yeah,
pirates.
yeah, and it combos well with your leader because you're always swinging big, or like 6 is not big, but like bigger than a 5, right? And all of your characters are 6, so this essentially makes your whole board swing quote unquote big at them. Uh, yeah, and it's way bigger than a 11K swing from Luffy. And there are turns where, like, miraculously, like, let's say you have a billion counter in hand, you can play Roger and still survive. Like, there have been games at locals where I was able to play Roger into a Blackbeard. Like they freeze one and then you just Roger again and you win the game. So I do think like this Roger's enough and you don't need the unblockable Luffy.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah. Um.
Then Zoro.
Yeah. Okay. One other downside
Oh,
I
yeah.
hate it again with Blackbeard. Every time I play this on curve and I swing 7, it gets popped by fucking finger pistol. So that's also why I cut it down. I just think this card is unlucky.
Fair enough.
Uh, 4 cost slot. So I really don't know what I want to do here. This card actually never came up today, and before today I was running 4/6 vanillas, um, and those came up a lot more to be honest. Like this card, I just on paper it seems good.
I think it's
My
bait.
main reason, yeah, my main reasoning is if I'm gonna play a 4/5 and swing, and then you swing into it, I'm not gonna protect this so it dies. Then I play a 5/6, which is the same as me playing a 4/6, but I lost the card, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so like that's why my reasoning was always 4/6 vanilla is better, but I can see where this is like slightly better against maybe Blackbeard or Lucci. Like let's say they Shigen this, then you get more value. Like for some reason you swing and they pop Shigen on it because they're
Play the rush
crazy.
Luffy swing.
Yeah, and you swing again, like very situationally, and then Lucci can't deal with this. But otherwise, and you can't even swing at the Shanks with this. Like, if you have this on board and you swing lead 6, they just you're always the Shanks player is always just gonna go 2K, and then what are you gonna do with this? Like nothing. It's just gonna stare at them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of the design of the deck is so that I have a chance against Shanks, which I think is my second worst matchup after Bonnie.
Got it. Interesting. Okay. Well, great. Well, let's go ahead. I do have a couple questions here. So I guess like the big thing I think everybody's wondering, like I know, but what led you to playing Whitebeard this weekend?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been tinkering with this deck for a while. I think when BY Luffy was around, it was literally impossible to win as Whitebeard against that deck. So I played it now during that era, but now that BY is gone because Gecko's gone, I think Whitebeard is viable. I don't think it's good for sure, but I love this dude. He's my favorite character. Like I have a whole wall of Whitebeard figurines and cards and stuff, collectibles. So he's definitely my favorite character in like all of anime. And I guess the idea of playing brain dead decks appeals to me. I know it's not for everyone. It is for plebs like me who can't really pilot, Doflamingo or some decks with hard lines. But yeah, like I really love this deck. Straightforward, hard to fuck up, even though I think there are ways to fuck it up. Uh, and I really wanted to prove. So like yesterday, I put out a free guide. I really wanted to prove today that this deck is still good, and fundamentally, I think that any deck that was tier one or tier zero will always be tier one or tier zero. So that's like Zoro or Red Green Law or Doflamingo. Like these decks, they might come and go. Like they might be tier two or tier three at some point, but they're always like viable. It's not like Purple Shanks where like it's just straight up bad, so you can never play it.
Purple dang. That leader is so bad. Like when that leader came out, I wanted to play it and I was like, I'm gonna play my local case tournament with this because it's the first purple support and purple is the first deck to get more support. So in theory it should be better because it has a bigger card pool and it just was not. It was not. That's so
It's
funny.
dog water. Yeah, but I did really want to prove that Whitebeard was viable. Yeah, I mean, like going 0-3, it was kind of demoralizing in the morning, but yeah, Treasure Cup went really well, so I'm quite happy with that.
We bounce back. Love that. Cool. Yeah. And then I guess the biggest thing also top of mind is like, what did the early turns look like? You kind of covered it with like the Sanji, but like, what are we looking like? What's the ideal setup? How are we curving out?
Yeah, the ideal setup is definitely going first would be Nami into your 3 cost Sanji into Izo. Like the and then into Ace for 7. So that's like if you see that, which is not 0 times today for me, then you have the God curve. Most of my hands are like absolute garbage, and I just need to shuffle better. But yeah, that's your God curve on first. On second, it's almost the same thing, except you like swing slightly bigger, or you play a chopper when you have one Dawn left over. But yeah, otherwise, like a lot of the deck is also about limit testing, so you don't even if you're at 0 life, you don't always need to leave one Dawn up for Rad Beam, even if you have it. So it's like on sometimes by 6 Dawn, I'm at 0 life, which is crazy, but it's like Zoro will rush you down to the point where you just take every hit. And if they're going to 7 Dawn and you're at 0 life, you don't need to leave one Rad Beam up. Like on that 6 Dawn turn, I would just swing six or like play Izo, swing 7, and play a Chopper. So I have no Dawns up, but I have an Izo on board. And then I can use Izo to pitch cards to protect my leader. Uh, but like, yeah, you just knowing when to counter out, and how to prioritize making sure that the only vulnerable thing on your board is your leader, and if they swing into it, they don't get value because your characters are safe. And then you can either clear board or you can swing back at them. It's super important. Another good combo is for going second is if you're going to Shanks. I honestly think playing Sanji on 2, and then or I guess most like even Pluffy, Sanji on 2 and then Chopper on 4. So like you use the Sanji ability and you swing 7, and then you can protect it with a 6K blocker. It's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
crazy. It don't if they don't have something like if Shanks doesn't have another body on board, they're actually kind of cooked.
I've done that
Um,
against Blackbeard
yeah,
with Shanks. Like I'm just like that Sanji just lives forever. I will just go down to 0 life and smack your life for all I'm worth.
it's crazy. Yeah, this card is crazy. I think. It's way better than 5/6 Rayleigh in my opinion, which I think was it's such a tragedy. Like every other color gets a 5/6
I
unconditional draw one, draw two, trash one, and we get one that's super
Dude,
conditional.
you saw the tweets, bro. I was like, why does red have the worst? The
It's so
worst.
bad. It's actually so bad.
Like if it just said draw two trash, that card would be goaded, but it's
Yeah,
not. It's only good late game or like against Doflamingo, and it wasn't even that good because they just putting you.
yeah.
Um,
Like you're
anyways,
already behind when you play this card. Basically,
yes.
it's saying if you're behind, you can draw two, trash one.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. Anyways, yeah. So then, with that in mind, you mentioned the worst matchup was Bonnie and then Shanks. But is Dofi worse than both of those, or is like Dofi better than Shanks?
I would prefer Dofi over both of those.
Got it.
Uh,
Okay.
Dofi, like the main threat is definitely pudding, and there are ways to play around it. They're not great. It's just like you have to pick more cards, and then when you're at 0 life, you have to hope that the 5 or 6 cards you have left in hand can protect you, or you've spammed out enough choppers like weenie choppers or the 4 cost choppers to protect your life while you slowly grind them down. Because they always get a huge card advantage from Sengoku and then bouncing Sengoku and replaying it.
Yeah.
And most of their cards are being played from the top of their deck. So yeah, you just like have to make sure that you play around pudding and also that you have the right cards in hand when you're at 0 life.
Got it.
Um, yeah, Bonnie is just like super bad. It's actually if you saw the stats that was it the sim they published stats, right? It was 8% going or going second as Whitebeard and 22% going first as Whitebeard into Bonnie. And I'm gonna guess like 50% of those games are me, so those stats are very accurate, at least towards me, because I feel like I'm probably the only guy playing Whitebeard on the ladder. Um, but it's actually just so mega fucked. And the only way you can really win is if they don't have
Oh, I think you cut out.
right pieces. Oh, where did I cut out?
You said if you don't have, then it went blank. Right pieces.
Yeah, I mean, if both of you draw good, then Bonnie just 100% wins. So your hope is that you draw good or great, and they draw donkey shit.
Got it. Cool. And then what is your best matchup?
Blackbeard's definitely the best matchup.
Makes sense. 6K leader checks. But anyways, okay. What was I saying about? Oh, when what matchups? So like you have cards like Ace, which minus your opponent's characters. Like, are there any specific matchups where you want to play board? Like, when are you going face, and when are you deciding to like play more control and like keep the board a little bit more clean?
I think you want to swing into anything that is 6K or more. If you can play this and clear 6K bodies, you do.
Got it. Because then like it takes the pressure off of you because like they have to commit Dawn, right? Like that's their most Dawn efficient
Yeah.
swingers.
Yeah. So anytime where I feel like they commit one Dawn and then you pitch a 1K, it's probably fine. Even though you don't actually have that many. Wait, fuck. I only have 11 1Ks? What the hell? Holy shit. Maybe that's why I'm always pitching 2Ks. But yeah, apparently, or sorry, 15 1Ks. But yeah, like if they're attaching one Dawn to get a 1K out, I think that's totally fine. If they're free swinging and you're pitching a card, then I don't think it's fine. Again, that's my like basic Asian math kicking in, but I might be wrong there. Maybe you're supposed to swing into the 5K bodies as well.
Got it. Oh, cool. Let's see. Anything else? No, I think that is it. Do you have any tips for anyone who because you're everybody's hero right now? Is there any tips for anyone who's considering playing this deck?
Um, Read my guide. I think it helps a lot. I'm sorry it's kind of shitty because I wrote it in like 10 minutes. And it's like just me blabbering and yapping. But fundamentals of this deck are you want to make sure that they're swinging into your leader early game, or they're swinging into 7K bodies. Unless it's Dofi where you don't care what they swing into because you protect everything. And then you are on a timer, so pretty self-explanatory. Go phase when you can clear board if you need to relieve some pressure. Just like kind of do your math and see how many turns you can survive. Yeah.
Got it. Cool. Well, thank you so much. I'll include a link to the guide in the YouTube video description so you guys want to check that out. Go support the man. Absolutely appreciate it. Well, thank you so
Okay.
much and congrats again.
Thank you.